Hey everybody! We are currently in Birchwood, Tennessee, and we have a beautiful lake behind us. We did not stay here, we just saw the lake and stopped off to make the video.
That's right.
But we were in Birchwood yesterday and this morning. So, funny story. We came to Birchwood for a Unity retreat. We stayed in a cabin. It was really nice. It was a lot of fun. We're just getting to know each other more before we start tour. And
which is about a 30-minute drive from Cleveland.
Yeah, Birchwood is exactly 30 minutes from Cleveland. And
Just said that.
yeah, sorry, I'm just reiterating. Confirming your statement. Good job. And so when we drove here, we used Austin's car. I have his spare key on my ring, so we used my keys because his keys were in his bag. Well, then this morning, we can't find his keys. And for those of you that have been with us the past few weeks, we've been losing everything. We've lost his phone charger.
It's been really frustrating.
We lost my keys for about a week. We're just losing everything. Thankfully, we always find it, but it's very, very frustrating because we lose it for a long period of time. We're gonna move out, so I stopped looking invisible. And, so anyway, so we can't find his keys anywhere. We're looking all throughout his bag, the whole cabin. People are sweeping the cabin with us looking. We finally convince ourselves he left his keys at the house that I'm staying at because we stopped there before we came to Birchwood. So we convince ourselves we're going to drive back 30 minutes and we're going to find his keys at my house. We drive back to Cleveland. Keys aren't at the house. They are not in the car. They are nowhere to be found. So we're just sitting in the living room and we are walking through step by step where we have been, what we did, when he had his keys, when he didn't, all that kind of stuff. And then finally he remembers that this morning he used his keys to put his stuff in the car. When he did that, he then got a bunch of trash out and went and threw away the trash in the house.
Specifically a black garbage bag.
Specifically a black garbage bag. And so he says that the keys must have fallen off of his fingers into the trash because right after he did that, he came and sat on the couch next to me. And then I got my keys and then he started looking, couldn't find his keys, and we had to leave. So, but we're like, we don't know what happened to those trash bags. Did they take them to the dumpster? Are they still at the house?
It's a mystery.
It was total mystery.
I felt like a detective. It's great.
We didn't have anyone's number that we needed. The only people whose numbers we had weren't answering their phones because they went straight to Dollywood right afterwards. So we're messaging people, trying to get phone numbers of the person who owned it and all this kind of stuff. So we finally get the phone number of the person who owns it. We call her. She says that when she went to clean the sheets, there was no trash there. So we're like, great, that means Alexis and Austin took the trash to a dumpster. We don't know what dumpster they would have taken it to. So we're still calling them, trying to get a hold of them. Finally, they text us back and say that they put the trash in the trash can at the cabin under the boat dock. So we're like, okay. So
the boat overhang.
Or overhang, not dock. So we're like, do we drive 30 minutes back to thinking that the keys are going to be there, but what if they're
Absolutely.
not? But Mr. Austin here, he was feeling like a detective. He felt it in his soul.
I knew it.
That the keys were in the garbage.
I knew it. I just
knew it. And I'm being pessimistic. And
She's like, absolutely not. This is a long drive.
I didn't say absolutely not, but I was just like, I have an exam tomorrow. I just want to study. They are probably not in there, and you're going to drive an hour, and then you're going to be more upset driving an hour and still not finding the keys.
Watch this pan. Look at this. That's pretty good. Oop. Off into the sunset. It's like a James Bond movie. Keep going.
Just like a James Bond movie. And then a crocodile comes out and eats them. And then it's Lake Placid. So we get there and he immediately goes, I'm thinking, oh, he didn't look in the trunk. So I get out, I'm gonna look in the trunk of the car because I'm thinking the trash can is no hope. As soon as I pop the trunk, I hear ding, 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 ding. I look over. Sure enough, out of that black trash bag comes those keys. And I was just, are you kidding me? It was like the happiest moment ever because we've never, out of all the
Except
things.
for our wedding day, of course.
Well, yeah.
We found keys!
We haven't experienced that yet. But out of everything we've lost, it's taken like a week or two before we found it. So to find something on the day that we lost it is quite an accomplishment. So we're getting better. We're getting the hang of retracing our steps.
And we won't be sharing each other's keys anymore.
Yeah, no.
My
no
keys
more.
are my keys.
Yeah.
Her keys are her keys.
Because that's when they get lost. That's what happened the last time. So just really awesome because we were just praying about it and just like, Lord, you have to help us find these keys. Yeah. And he did. And he really told Austin deep in his soul, look in the black garbage.
Look in the black garbage.
Because you threw away the Starbucks in there. So then we were like, we need to make a video. So then we sit down at the cabin to make the video, and we're on the swing.
You guys ready for this? Here we go.
Drunken sailor. So we sit down on the porch to make this video for you, and then all of a sudden, because he was asking the whole time, he's like, do they have cameras at this cabin? Is there a security system here? And we didn't know, and then all of a sudden we're sitting on the bench and we just hear this dee, 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 and I'm like, run! So we're like booking it out of there, and then he's like, I'm gonna call the lady and make sure she knows that, you know, if she gets a phone call from the cops that it was us and we found the keys. So we call her and we're like, hey, we just want to let you know the keys were in the trash, we found them, but we did hear a beeping going off in the house, and we just want to let you know that it was just us. We don't know if you have a security system. And she goes, oh no, that's the alarm clock downstairs. It just goes off every once in a while.
So it's been an eventful day. On a side note, you know, I made some phone calls for like the wedding stuff and everything, and got a suit to a groomsman. So I mean, did some little wedding stuff, but it was mostly just a study day for her and a relaxing day for me.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Relaxing.
Yeah, a panic of trying to find keys.
27 days to go.
27 days.
Woo-hoo.
We will keep you posted. Bye.
Bye guys.